Hi everybody, Bob Ryder here with Positive Transformations and Daisy with a little demonstration of how to train a dog to run on a treadmill and more importantly how to enjoy it. Daisy has lots of experience. She'll jump on the treadmill. She's just raring to go, as you can probably see. So I'm going to do a little pretending for the purposes of this video, but you'll still surely get the idea. And this should be a pretty easy way for you to go about it with your own dog. When I started with Daisy, she was a puppy and had no experience on a treadmill. And I really like to train without putting any pressure on the dog at all. I like for the dog to feel like it's their idea to get involved with whatever we're doing. So I just start by dropping a few treats on the floor. Daisy can find them, and what do you know, a few happen to land on the treadmill as well as on the floor, and Daisy gets up on the treadmill and she's happy and there's nothing scary or worrisome about the treadmill at all. It's not even turned on, not moving, not making any sound. And then we progress to having Daisy get on the treadmill just for a few treats. That's what we're here for. The treadmill is where she expects to find good things. Up, please. Good girl. Ready? Up. Then she can climb on the treadmill to earn a treat. Gradually, as she gets more and more involved with the treadmill, that's what it takes to get me to give her the next treat. Turn around, so now facing the correct way on the treadmill is what it takes to earn a treat. This process will probably go a lot slower with your dog. You might be working on this for a few hours or a few days, getting your dog to enjoy getting on the treadmill and facing the right direction, but the sequence should be pretty close to what we're doing. And then depending on what kind of treadmill you have, you want to start it moving as slow as you can make it go. If that's 1/10 of a mile an hour, that's where you start. In fact, if you can have it make some noise before the dog is even moving on it, that's good too. I'm just going to start it at 1/2 mile an hour. And as it moves, as the treadmill starts, Daisy just keeps taking treats from my hand. I'm going to start that again so you can see it. Starting with your dog just enjoying some treats from your hand, and let the treadmill move just a little bit. She just keeps taking the treats like it isn't anything unusual. And then gradually I start to space out the treats so it's not constant, she keeps going. Then space the treats out a little bit further in between so she gets used to taking 2 or 3 or 4 steps in between treats. Then space them out a little longer so she gets used to taking 6 or 10 steps between treats. Off, please. So spend a little while, take your time, and help your dog just get used to the treadmill making a little noise, moving as slow as possible, and being really generous with the treats. We want the dog to think the treadmill is just the best thing you could ask her to get involved with. Hi there. For the next phase, we just increase the speed a little bit. I'm going to have Daisy start on the treadmill again. We'll build up to having her jump on while it's moving, but for the purposes of starting out, I would have the dog already in position. Get your spot. Now I'm going to get it to go 1 mile an hour. And as it moves, that's what tells Daisy she's going to start getting the treats. She just could have jumped off, but she chose to stay on, knowing that this is what it takes to make me give her more treats. I'm going to fast forward a little bit and turn the speed up so that as you progress, you can get your dog to jump on while it's moving, first at a slower speed, then faster. Please. Wait. Try again. Wait, please. Wait. Wait. Now we're up to about 3 miles an hour. And again, Daisy's practiced this, but she knows how to jump on while it's moving. Whenever I start at a new speed, a little faster, I'll make the treats a little more generous at first, so that keeps her motivated. And then start to space them out a little bit more. You can space them out in terms of how many steps the dog takes, or maybe how many seconds it takes for her to go to get another treat. Right. And then finally, I usually have her running at about 7 miles per hour. That's what we've built up to over time. So I'm going to get it up to that speed, and this will be what it looks like when she jumps on at full speed. Try again. Oh. Treadmill. When I get up to this speed, sometimes I'll have her jump off the treadmill to collect the treat and then jump back on to earn another one. It gets a little hard to feed the treats while she's moving. There's some coordination, and sometimes Daisy gets a little rough with her mouth when she's running that fast. So that'll look like this. Treadmill. I'll let her keep going sometimes for 20 seconds or half a minute between treats. And Daisy never knows how long it's going to take to get me to give her the next treat. She just knows that if she keeps going long enough, she'll get me to say yes and throw the next one. So it's a matter of building up persistence, so she always expects that it's worth it to keep going. So that's kind of the fast-forward version of how I taught Daisy to do the treadmill. She actually, she was a little slow warming up to it. It took me a little while and some patience on my part to get it so that she was just really happy when I turned on the treadmill. So be patient. One of my friends who's a favorite trainer likes the phrase, when you feel like you're going too slow, slow down. I really encourage you not to just try to push ahead and make the dog kind of keep up with your pace. Let it be a fun game for the dog, and see if you can always leave them wanting a little more when they're having a successful time with it. So I hope that helps. Enjoy training with your dog. Train happy and train safe. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.